Hello friends. Today in this video we are going to look at how we can look at the patient details in terms of the appointments and other stuff. So what I have done is, let's say this particular patient, if I click on the eye icon, it gives me these details, and additionally I am showing this information. This is important as a historical information for the doctor to understand what are the typical things which has happened to this patient and what are the different medicines which were prescribed to him. So this entire history basically I want to display. So what have we done so far to do this? Let's dive into the code. So the first thing that we have done is, if we go into our app HTTP controllers and then patient controller, which is here in the view. Okay, why? Because this is, if you see, the URL is patient/4, which means if I go to web.php, let me close the sidebar, patient slash, here is the route model binding, so it is patient controller, the view function is getting called. In here, what we have done is, previously it was doing a route model binding and I was loading the patient, but then I also wanted the appointments and appointment visit information on that particular page, because if you see here, this is basically the appointment details, which is the date and stuff, and this particular thing which is shown over here is the visit information, right? So these two references are required. If you go to patient model, let me open that up. Inside patient model we have appointments, right? And because appointment has visit, hence what I can do is, inside patient controller I can load the appointments and I can also load appointments.visit relationship, and this entire thing is obviously passed to patient view. Let's open that up. Now inside patient view, if you look at it, the form was already there, which is, if I go into my render method, this is the template, the divider, and I have the first row, which is fine. This has only the patient add form. Below that, I added one more divider. Hence, we can see this. There's some styling information, margin top 20 pixels, and then I have appointment details. Okay. Now, before we dive into the appointment details thing, let's understand that we are over here getting iPatient. Okay. And in the iPatient interface, what I have done is, I have appointments array, which is something which I have added recently, and I have also added the ID. So as you can, oh no, ID was already there. I think this is the I appointment where I have added the ID. Let me see. Git length should show me, yes, 30th October. So this is today. That's where the code was added. Visit already we had. So basically what I'm trying to say is, I have changed the interface a bit. The iPatient object now understands that it gets an appointments array, which is of type iAppointment, and iAppointment has visit information as well. Okay, already that is there. I think what was missing is this ID, and hence I added that because I wanted that to be there. Okay, so far so good. Now patient view is calling appointment details. Let's look at this component because that is doing the bulk of the thing. Again, appointment details is a functional component. It is expecting appointments, or rather an array of appointment, or null. Because yes, there can be patients who don't have any appointment. The information is just there, right? So we can expect any of the two. Now, inside this component, actually I don't need this div. Maybe I'll get rid of it. So we have a collapse component. This is something which we get from ant design. Okay, default is 1, so it will open up the first thingy, the first accordion. On change I have done nothing, but then inside the collapse, what am I doing? I am first checking whether I have a null or not, and come to think of it, because I have a div, I think I have the advantage. What I can do is, will it allow me? So let me see if I do a check. So what I'm actually doing is I have the maximum. What can happen is this empty div will come in, but this collapse will also not get created if the appointments array is empty. Okay, because I'm expecting null or an array of appointments. Even if it is one, right, the relationship is such that it will give me an array. So null or I appointment, and hence this rendering will start. Inside that, I am running a map function. Inside the map function, I'm getting the appointment. And then inside the panel, the first thing that I'm doing is I'm adding a header. This header is nothing but this particular text. Okay, when the panel is closed, that is the only thing that you see, right? So header, visited on, and the appointment date. Key is the appointment ID. I feel that is the unique thing over here, and hence I want that. Then inside the panel, I am rendering inside a p track problems. This is the title. So as you can see, this is the title, and then I'm showing the actual problem that the doctor had added. Similarly, after an HR, I have prescription, and then the prescription from the visit data. Doing this, what has happened is I'm able to easily render this accordion in the patient detail view. This is the only one page where I have done it so far, but my understanding is if I go to appointments, view appointments, or rather on the home, okay, I can give a link to this, and when the receptionist clicks on it, she will be able to see this because appointment details is here. So if I render that component, I will be able to show the exact details which is coming over here. Okay, this entire component, I will basically render that. And even the doctor, when, let me confirm one appointment so that there's some way to show you. So what will happen is my expectation is over here as well, right? The doctor will be able to see, and when the doctor clicks on view, right, this is the current visit, and what I will do is I will have one more widget which says past appointments, so that the doctor will always have a clear idea of what was some of the last appointments, what had happened, so on and so forth, right? So yeah, that's about it, guys. That's how I have created. If you let's go again, let's go again. In here, I got this accordion kind of thing. In ant design, it is called as panel, but yes, I mean collapse and collapse as panel. So that's the ant design way. I really like this component, and yes, this is how I was able to add the relations and get the information on this particular page. Short and sweet. If you like this video, do click on the thumbs up icon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.